Hi guys, welcome back. This is a new Beebeecraft unboxing. Beebeecraft sent me these items for free to review for you guys. I got to pick out, there's 6 items this time. Yes, they sent them to me entirely for free for me to review for you guys. If you're interested in reviewing items for them, you can check them out. They have a YouTube collab that you can do. All you have to have is at least 100 subscribers. Apply. I will leave the link in the description box. Along with all of the links for all of these products that I'm going to review for you today. Also, if you would want to use Country 10 on your order, if you decide to order anything, it will give you 10% off your entire order. So without further ado, let's get set up and I will show you what we got. Alright, so I have my computer here pulled up with the current price that they are. So let's start off with this electroplated glass bead strand, rainbow plated faceted rondelle plum 8.5 millimeter 80-piece strand. These are like gorgeous. I haven't used anything similar to it. I was actually kind of disappointed because I was notified by them because I ordered them, put them in my box or my cart, and I was told that they were sold out. And then when I saw that my stuff had shipped, I went back in and chose something different. And then when I saw it was shipped, this was in it, and I was super excited because this was one of the things I wanted to actually really try out. I think this is going to be really pretty in a necklace. And it's $2.42 currently. There are coupons, like I said. You can use my coupon, Country 10, for 10% off. But those are super pretty. And stay tuned for me doing something. I'm thinking a necklace with that. Alright, let me get on to our next thing. The next thing that I got was this this right here. It's Beebeecraft is the brand. 250 pieces, 10 different colors, glass pearl beads assortment. They're super pretty colors. This is 8 millimeter. You can get them in lots of different colors. I just chose this one. This one is the pearl ones, but they are in, the color is called, let me see, I don't know what the color is, it just says mixed color. But there is lots of different colors you can choose from. There's like 6 colors, and there's 3 different sizes, so they have them also in 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, or 8 millimeter. And this was $7.03. Super pretty though. I'm very excited to add these to some of my jewelry because I think these are going to be a really pretty accent. Very eye-catching as far as like the pearl essence. I think those will be pretty. And like I said, 10 colors, and it comes in its own little case. Anyway. Alright, so there's that. And then the next one is this one. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of Halloween. And this was Panda Hall is the brand, and it's the Halloween collection. 15 different colors. And there's 300 pieces of yellow and black. I don't have much yellow. Too many yellow beads, so I was kind of excited about those. And then these have like the little swirls in them. Like, I don't know if you can see the little black swirls. And then there's black and orange, and I don't have too many of these colors, so I was super excited about getting them. These are 6 millimeter, and they're only in one color, obviously. It's the Halloween collection. But again, Panda Hall is the company that makes them, and they are $5.91 is the price currently. I really like these. I'm super excited. I mean, these ones are just, I don't know if my camera you can see on it, but look at the swirls on that. These are gonna be so cool. I like the yellow too. Like I said, I don't have too many yellow beads, so this was a cool addition to my collection. And then the next one that I got is this is Sunny Clue, and it come like this. This is jewelry making kit. There's 48 pieces, 12 styles, and I held that upside down. 12 styles of chandelier charms, earring connectors, charms, filigree components, links. Anyway, so they're like stuff to make pendants, and I like to make my own pendants for my jewelry, and you get quite a few different ones. Let me see what we got here. We got those ones. You got these ones that are super pretty. I really like the detail on them. Oops, don't want to knock everything off. These ones are a little bit, I mean, they're similar to those ones, but a little bit different. So you have those. And then you've got, I've done some jewelry with these particular ones. I like those ones a lot for like using them to make multi-strand necklaces and stuff. Those are cool. And then you have that one that would make a really pretty earring component. You have the round ones here, like those ones, just the smaller rounds. Oops. Let me take those out really quick. And then you have these ones that are quite interesting. Let me get all these out. There we go. And then, oops, I took out plastic. And then you've got these little teardrop looking ones like those. Those are pretty, very pretty actually. Another one of those. And then, oh, dang it. There's that one. It's pretty. I say that these are all pretty, but they are really pretty, and they're going to be fun to make something with. I mean, that one's a little bit different than the other teardrop that we were just looking at. So these are going to be very interesting to see what I can come up with. This one's different than the other circles that we were looking at. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited about putting something together with these, because these are really pretty. And you get 12 different styles, 48 pieces, and they're in the antique silver, and they were $8.32 for those. So let me get these put back in, and then we can move on to
definitely gonna have to cut this part out.
I'll just speed it up. That's the joy of editing. So I don't know how anybody can live without editing software that makes YouTube videos. Anyway, like I said, that one was $8.32 for that. And I got two more items. And that was Sunny Clue. And then, like I said, two more items. We got this one, which I I like using these. Some of these I've never actually used before. Sorry, give me a second to get these opened. Because apparently it wants to the plastic wants to be. Oh, hey, look, Crystal, you know where the cord is? Alright, so these are, I don't know if you can see what these are, but it's 900 pieces of jewelry findings kit, 3 colors, 2 sizes. So it has the horseshoes. If I can pull them out and just show you one. In 3 different colors. So it's got these are wire protectors on the bottom that you put on the bottom. Got those, and then we have actual crimp bead covers, which I'm kind of excited about using some of these because I think they'll look amazing on bracelets. And then they have wire guardians, crimp beads, covers in 2 different sizes. And then it has the little lobster, the little like clamshell. Hold on. It's a little bit different than the clamshells I use in my actual videos, in my other videos. So I wanted to try these because these look kind of cool. They just crimp over like the crimp bead, the crimp tube, and then you just attach your wire to there. So it's a little bit different than what I'm used to using. We'll see how those work. And then they have crimp tubes in here in 2 different sizes. So that will be cool to try out. So I got these, and like I said, it comes in 3 different colors. So it comes in the bright silver, the gold, and then the gunmetal, so the black. And I like to use the wire guardians when I make my stretch bracelets. And I thought these would be kind of pretty to use on my multi-strand. It would look like an extra bead on there. And these are $9.82, and you get 900 of them. So I'm excited to try those out. And kind of a generic thing, but I mean, hey, it's a necessity if you do a lot of jewelry making. Alright, and then the last thing I wanted to try out is, if you've been following me for a while, you know I like to do wire wrapping. And I got this big old bag of multicolor. There's 20 colors of 18 gauge wire. And you get 10 meters of wire. And like I said, this is 18 gauge. It comes in 2 other colors, or 2 other sizes. So you got 18 gauge, you've got 20 gauge, and then, yes, 18 gauge and 20 gauge. And I don't know what this one, it says it's 20, but that's not what it is. So give me a second. And it comes in 3 different color sets. Yeah, it comes in 3 different color sets. I got, it says mixed colored 2 because this is the colors I was drawn to. But you also have, well, and it was $21.29. But it actually says on the website that they're actually out right now. So they're waiting to replenish. So, of the particular set that I ordered. But it comes in, you have this really pretty like coffee brown. And I like to make rings, wire wrapped rings, and I will do wire wrapped pendants. I just did, let me just throw stuff on the floor. I just assisted my daughter in teaching her young women's class. how to make wire wrapped rings, and so I needed to replenish some of my wire, and I wanted to test this out and see if it was any good, and see if it was something I could recommend to you guys. So far it feels pretty decent. It is 18 gauge, so it is a little on the thicker side. It's not super stiff, so I think it'll be pretty malleable to be able to mold into the rings that I make. We'll see how well it holds up to that. But there's the coffee brown, and then we had, there's this like Kelly green color. This is a big seller at one of our events that we do, is the rings. So I always try to make sure I have plenty of wire on hand to replenish those when I need to. And we have like the Kelly green. We have plain silver, which I don't need to open that one because you know what silver wire looks like. We have a light, almost a baby blue, I would say. I'm not 100% sure what color we call that, but it's quite pretty. That's a really pretty blue. It looks, now this is just aluminum wire that's obviously color coded, so you do have to be careful because it will chip off. But any wire will do that, any of this particular type of wire. If you're not careful, the color will come off. That one's really pretty. There's gold, which, I mean, gold is a staple. I'm not going to open that one because you know what gold wire looks like. This is a pretty purple. Purple is always a popular color in rings and the wire wrapping. Especially around Mother's Day and Easter. Like I said, it feels pretty flexible, but yeah, it is a little, you can tell it is a little thicker, so that's nice. Then we have this kind of, I want to say it's like a blue-green, maybe? The light teal? It is definitely a unique color. I have not had anything like this before, so that is a very pretty color. And then I have had this color before. Not from this brand, this is Panda Hall, but not from Beebeecraft, but I have had this color before. I've bought it off of Amazon. It's a really popular color as well. I think I'm completely out of this one. And then we have a kind of a pastel pink color. Pink is always a pretty good color to stock up on. Like I said, oh, that one's got a little bit of a kink in it. That might be a little bit of a problem, but we'll figure it out. I like to have my wire as straight as possible when I first purchase it, but I mean, obviously it gets shipped to you. And this gets shipped from China, so it does come a ways. So if I only have one set that has a little bit of a crimp in it, then I think I'm doing good. This one's kind of a lavender. That's pretty. Like I said, it looks pretty decent as far as the colors are pretty uniform. There's like no chippage that I'm seeing. And then we have this like spring green, which is a really bright green, almost a yellow green. Super pretty. And then we have another, this one's a little bit darker of a pink than that pastel pink, but it's still in the same color family as far as the pastel-y or color. It's not like a hot pink or anything.
Here I am pink. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, here I am pink.
Yeah, it's more of a subtle pink. It's pretty. I mean, I don't have any colors like this, so like I said, it's feeling pretty decent. And then we have like a slate blue, which again, I chose this particular set because it had more colors that I had not purchased before that I thought would be unique and a little bit eye-catching. So like I said, this is like a slate blue. Very pretty. And then a royal blue, which I have had before. I don't think it's been this dark though, but I have used royal blue, and it is a popular color. So, especially if we're making more manlier colorings, this is a pretty popular color. I'm thinking I might do some stone wrapping with these because I have some quartz crystals that I can wrap with some of this. That might be what I will do with some of this because it will be really pretty as far as the colors go. And then we got black. Black I've had before on a few times. Black is just a staple I keep because it looks really beautiful as a base for any of the beads, especially the crackle beads. They just show up really well with those. So, and this looks pretty uniform. I mean, black is one that can really show up if there's a flaw in it or any chippage, and I'm not seeing either. So that looks pretty good. Red, again, is another staple that I have kept in my collection. And this is a pretty red. Looks like there's a little bit of chippage there, but it's on the end, so that's not that difficult to just cut off. But it looks really uniform, very pretty. It's got quite a little bit of a shine to it, so that's good. It's not like matte or anything. This is a copper color. Got a couple of copper colors, which again is a common color, like it's one that people like. And this is very vivid and very bright. Well, my bags are flying away. Alright, and then I have a darker copper, which this is one I actually have kept in my collection because it is popular. It looks really pretty with like black stones. Because this just pops and it's very eye-catching. Very pretty. Little bit of bendage there, but again, not anything that can't be straightened out. Then we have a darker purple. Like I said, there was 20 colors. This is a dark purple. And there's 3 different sets, so I may have to purchase the other sets, but these are cool. I like these. And then I'm looking forward to using these. And then we have this last, it's kind of a mauve color. So like a reddish pink, maybe? I don't know. There's a little bit of chippage on this one. But, I mean, it's not coming, like the color's not coming off. It just, this one looks like it's been beat up a little bit more than the others have. I guess once we get into it, we'll see. We'll see how it looks. But those are really pretty. I like them a lot. Alright, so that is my Beebeecraft haul. Again, if you're interested in signing up for their YouTube program, all you have to have is 100 subscribers. And I will leave the links down below. And I will post the links for all of the supplies that we ordered, or that I got this time, all of the stuff that I got. I will leave the links in the description box for you, so that if you'd like to purchase, you can. And if you'd like to purchase and use my code, you can get 10% off. So Country 10 gives you 10% off of your entire order. Tell me what you think and what you think I should make with these, because I am super excited about using this wire and I want to try to use as many colors as I can. And I know rings are a pretty good staple to do, but I feel like I do that a lot. I've already done a couple ring tutorials on here. But I will get back to you and stay tuned for the video for what I make with these, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.